Hi.
You're about to,
I'm streaming, yeah.
like, right this very minute?
Yeah, everything's set up. I almost pressed start. Oh, actually streaming, literally. I'm literally streaming right now. How you
Just need
going?
a shipping label.
Shipping
Whenever.
label? Okay, no problem.
Just whenever.
Okay. So let's see if anybody is on this stream. Caroline said, I need a shipping label. I'm like, I'm actually ready to go streaming right now. Anyways, how you guys doing? Mr. Uber's here. Albert's here. I'm going to invite somebody into this chat. And let's see if I can do that right now. So I'm going to invite somebody on my messenger. So you're going to ask questions and they might be able to provide answers. And I want to make sure that we're going to talk about this topic tonight. We haven't done an in-studio stream in a really long time. And hopefully everything looks good for you guys. And it says Vegas Live on it, and it's got a picture of the MGM. That's cute. So who's out there in YouTube land that's watching this? And look at this, I got my audio on like some kind of amateur. Get a mic check from you guys. So we got Albert who's here, Mr. Uber's here, Matthew Rios is here, Leonard's here, Mike Fazal is here, Allison Hopkins, Beach All Day Guy, Michael Hull, Marco Martinez, Debbie Loves Slots, Lorna Whitman, Keep Me Up Podcast, Capri Foleno, James Crumsey, Jim Kentris. Lots of people coming in. We have a bet with Mr. Uber that I won't get over a certain amount of people on this stream because it's not the strip, and I'm not walking around going blah, blah, blah. Look at that building. Look at that building. I love those streams. But as you guys might know, EDC has been rescheduled, moved to October. Something that I reported on the channel here months ago, a couple of weeks back. I said it was going to happen. I took a lot of flack for that. As a matter of fact, my last video, I had to delete off of the YouTube platform entirely because I made this video pointing out how Pasquale, whatever his name is, he basically seemed like he really just wanted to have the biggest event. Didn't care about health or safety. Didn't care that the county was going to reject his proposal, which he did. We'll explain all this as we go. There's no script for this. I'm just talking to you guys on the camera. Didn't matter to him, okay? Didn't matter to him. Just wanted to have the biggest event after COVID. And that people that were working with the event were not necessarily happy about all this for a number of reasons. Well, what happened in that video was simple. A couple of the EDC fans saw my video and decided to report me for fake news, even though nothing I said was fake news. Now, when that happens, it could be a channel strike if YouTube decides to be irrational and not actually watch the video and just take their word for it, because it happens 150, 200, 300, 400 times. And so then I eventually just deleted the video just to be very, very safe, on the safe side. So that video is gone forever. I might have an upload on my computer somewhere. I probably even deleted the master. That's what you never do. But when you don't have giant hard drives, that's what you end up doing. All right, so here we go. Keep up the good work. Aaron Bell is here. So yeah, it's been moved May until October. We can talk about that. We can actually talk about any subject you guys might want to. These live streams don't really get interesting until about an hour in. Let's move my messenger over here. And this person says, also people that purchase, okay, so people that purchase tickets for EDC have until yesterday to tell them they were going to use their ticket for this year. Okay, so this is what my source with EDC is telling me. So as you know, EDC has been canceled until October. Man, oh man, oh man. Try to get mad at me. Call me fake news. Diet Sprite. Sprite Zero, because there's no such thing as diet drinks anymore. So this person is saying people that purchase tickets for EDC have until yesterday to either A, tell them that they were going to use their ticket for this year, or B, transfer their ticket till next year. Perfect timing to cancel it again the day after. So they did this after the day after cancellation. Is that right, source? Because if that's true, that's a real naughty thing to do. So let's see who we got in the chats here. Hello from Kite Hill in Laguna Niguel, California. Wish you didn't take it down. I know Beach All Day Guy, but if I risked it, I could have lost the ability to upload videos for a week. I could have lost the ability to live stream for a week. It wouldn't have been good. And then 3 of those strikes and you're out of YouTube. They're done. You're going to shut your channel down. Let's see. Aaron Bell has booked CES 2020 for Luxor, hoping it happens. And Steven, we have not been on Microsoft Flight Simulator in a while. I need a gaming PC if I'm going to do that. And I'm using a Mac for creation purposes. So it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I wish it would. Microsoft Flight Sim was a fun game to play with you guys. We love you, Steve. Okay, thank you, Denise. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the videos. Wilfredo says, shut your ass up, says, can't blame it on Pasquale. Oh, this is shut your ass up. So this is a guy that watched my videos who decided to say that I didn't care about Las Vegas because I thought it was a bad idea to put 200 largely shirtless people at the Motor Speedway in May when the numbers are still not leveled out. And he said that it was basically that would be doing more damage to the economy. We should reboot the economy. My argument was that the long-term health of the economy is a better thing. It's kind of like going on a crash diet. You can go on a crash diet. You can not eat food or eat 500 calories a day for a month, and you'll lose a lot of weight really, really quickly. Your health might go to crap. You might hurt yourself in the process, but at the same time, you lose that fat. Now, what are the long-term ramifications of doing something like that? I don't know. It's like, hey man, you want to take some performance-enhancing substances to make your muscles grow? Do a lot of them, but then your heart deteriorates. 30 years later, you'll be like Arnold and you got to get a bypass. Everybody wants an Arnold impression. I know that's what you want. I know what you want. But yeah, I can't blame Pasquale. Okay, that's true. You know, you can't. Clark County wanted 60% of people to forcefully get the death the death jab by the time EDC was going to roll around. Actually, no. Actually, what EDC said was that they're going to enforce not getting COVID by enforcing the fact that people get vaccinations or have a negative test, both of which are incredibly easy to fake. That's the deal right there, man. Let's see here. Hope the girl from Flint, Michigan shows up the other night. I hope she doesn't show up in my house. If that was the case, I would be scared to death. Dirty ass water. She was hilarious, wasn't she? And by the way, give me some feedback on my lighting. This is the first time I've done the live stream with the stuff in the background. We do have our orbits that we got. That's on the back shelf right there, if you guys can see them. They are fantastic. If you've never seen these, look at this. So this is a drink from 1998, 1997 to 1998. This existed. This is by a company called Clearly Canadian Beverage Company. So Canadians were real proud of this because it was Canadian. Ooh, and I'm Canadian myself. So this is Orbits by Clearly Canadian. And these don't exist anymore. So this is the Americanized version because there's no French on the bottle. In Canada, they would have had French and English. But this right here is just a weird suspension of, look at that. If I hold it completely still, it doesn't move. Like, it doesn't move. Look at that. The only way I can really get that stuff to move is by turning it upside down and then turning it back side up. And people thought these were lava lamps. Somebody was so nice to send this to my P.O. box. And I was talking about it on the channel before. But yeah, we do have that in the background. Okay, so let's get back to the EDC news. So it sounds to me like what's happening is the people that work for EDC are largely very happy that the event is not actually going on right now. Yeah, I mean, those people that set that event up, they're just human beings like us. They don't want to be responsible for what they think could, you know, spread COVID numbers and rise COVID numbers. My initial reaction to the whole thing about EDC was that it's too soon, and there's, as I was told by some of my sources, there's no international people coming. EDC is a big international event. A lot of people come internationally, and Blackjack thinks that EDC is just a place to get food. He doesn't know what it is. Let's see here. So another reason they moved, this is my source telling me, another reason they moved to October is that a lot of headliners from Europe, there you go, and other parts of the world could not fly in. Rumor has it that they are going to live stream their sets from their home country and put it on a giant LED wall at EDC. And come on now, they're basically playing a live stream. That would have sucked. So that was the plan. You know, we can't have these guys from wherever EDC, you know, electronic music is huge in Europe, in Northern Europe, all over Europe. So they can't necessarily have people coming in and flying in because the borders are closed. Or a lot of countries are not allowing international travel. And just today, the CDC and the Department of State, State Department, they actually came out and they unified their do not travel list. So they said that basically you're looking at 80 different countries around the world that you should not travel to if you're an American. They're saying do not travel to these places. And places that are friendly to us, like Canada, is on level 4, do not travel. So they don't want people traveling if they don't have to travel. And some places are banned entirely. And countries like in Europe, like the UK, is banned from coming into the United States unless you're, you know, a citizen by birth, or unless you're, you know, on official business and you can have special waivers. Dude, your claws are really sharp. You're going to put my eye out, kid. All right, so here we go. Hope to run into you Sunday or Monday at the D. I'll be watching to see if you're downtown, Joseph. Oh, I hope to meet you. Maybe I'll go out on the downtown. I don't know. Look, watch. You going to do it? You know, you're not going to bite the finger. Any opinion on the Black Hat and DEF CON conferences being in person this year? I don't think it's a good idea. Depends on when they're supposed to go on. I mean, we have World of Concrete. The World of Concrete is supposed to be happening pretty soon in June. So, I mean, that's different than EDC, where everybody kind of gets real happy on substances and dances around for hours, like alcohol and other things that they're not. Let's be honest, EDC has people who smuggle in things they shouldn't smuggle in, and that takes a person's inhibitions down even further. Any opinion on the Black Hat? Nope, we don't have thoughts on the Trop news. Yeah, Tropicana was sold to Bally's. Not the Bally's that you know, but a different company that renamed themselves to Bally's after they... Okay, you got to go. You're too much. I love you, though. He's going to make me sneeze, and I'm going to touch my face. Tropicana was sold to Bally's. Bally's became Bally's when they purchased the namesake from Caesars Entertainment. So I don't know what to tell you about the thoughts. They got it for a song. I think they paid, what, $300 million for it or something, when it's worth $360 million, if not even more, based on its location. Good afternoon from Sydney, Australia. What have I missed? Oh, we're talking about how EDC is not going on this year in May. It's going on in October this year. Susanna Thornton. That's what we're talking about. I'll be in Vegas for MDW. Macho Disc World. I heard of that convention. I don't have a smart one for that, Steven. Blackjack is a Panther. He's huge. I'll be watching you from Tennessee Friday and Saturday. Very cool. What do I feed him? He gets a special diet because he has urinary crystals. So if he eats some regular food, but if he eats too much regular food, they develop and then they tear through his bladder and he has blood coming out of him, and it's very, very sad. So, we feed him special food. It costs a lot of money. And the worst part of the pandemic was you didn't think you could get things like that for your animals and whatnot. Stephen, read the messages I sent you that has the full statement from Pasquale in it if you want to read it. Jerry101 posted it on his page. Where did you send me those? Let's see here. The official statement. Let's read the official statement to you guys, okay? Pasquale Rotella. I'm sorry to say that EDC Las Vegas needs to move to October. I want to thank everyone who has put their hearts and souls into this show. The Insomniac team, artists, agents, cat hair. That's not in the message. That's why I'm touching my nose. Managers, production crews, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway staff, the government officials who supported us, and the most importantly, you, the headliners. The headliners. What about the audience? I mean, come on, man. Look, here's the deal. I know the headliners matter a lot, but people like you who are watching the show and paying a lot of money to go to the show, that's what he said. And you, the headliners. But no, maybe you should thank your audience. I'm sorry. They've been bumped around from time to time, from place to place, from date to date. As we expected, we were assured prior to announcing the festival for May, Nevada state officials announced they would lift social distancing requirements as of May 1st, creating a path for EDC to happen with strict safety guidelines in place. We had just had a meeting in Las Vegas this past Friday with police, fire, medical, and other agencies with EDC to plan out details surrounding the event. However, today, Clark County, home of EDC and the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, passed a reopening plan that requires 60% of their residents to be vaccinated before restrictions over large-scale gatherings such as EDC can be lifted. Unfortunately, the rate at which people get vaccinated before EDC is out of our control. It might happen in time, it might not. Either way, we can't take that risk. Our team has been working around the clock to organize this event and currently have over 40 trucks en route to Las Vegas Motor Speedway from all over the country. The lineup is fully booked and was going to be announced tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Apparently, again, some of those would have been virtual concerts. You would have been basically paying to dance to a live stream, which you can do in a lot of places for a lot less money than EDC. The team and I are heartbroken, as I know many of you are as well. For those who have stayed with us in this journey, I thank you. You're stayed with us. Okay, your strength. Your trust and loyalty is what gives us strength to keep moving forward. The good news is that EDC Las Vegas will still take place on new dates of October 22nd to 24th, 2021. Your ticket will automatically be transferred to the new dates, and you may elect to receive a refund by clicking the link in my bio. If you have already transferred your ticket to 2022, your ticket will also be transferred to the new dates unless you choose to receive a refund. I continue to believe it is important to get back out on the dance floor as soon as possible, and I won't give up trying to make that happen. I'll be announcing on an AMA, Ask Me Anything is what that stands for, on Reddit in the near future to address any questions. Love and light, Pasquale. Okay, so that's what he said. So he's blaming the county. Robert Jimenez, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Robert. So what he's doing is he's throwing blame back onto the county, saying that it's their fault. They want to have 60% of people vaccinated. But unfortunately, by that logic, this show may never happen. Ever, if that's the case. Because the thing about it is that what if people decide that they don't want to get vaccinated? What if the state of Nevada only has 55% of the population vaccinated? Does that mean that EDC never happens? I think the most logical explanation here is that you are trying to force a round peg into a square hole, and you wanted to force the show to happen. And the first time that they said that you couldn't do the show, you went on and said the show must go on. You pulled the Freddie Mercury. It's a Queen song called The Show Must Go On, which is great, but you got to do it within guidelines. You don't hear about the Raiders and the Golden Knights complaining right now, saying that, oh, sorry, we can't do this event. they're working within the guidelines and they're respectful of the law. And that's a problem. You have to be respectful of the host's house. You know, I'm going to make a video here on the channel about, I'm going to go back to reading your comments because I see a lot of them. I'm going to make a video here on the channel, though, covering the fact that when you're in the casino, you're in the host's house. They can kick you out for anything they want. You don't have some kind of God-given right to hold a big event here, and you don't have a God-given right to go into a casino and act like a jackass. That's why when us YouTube streamers get kicked out of casinos, people get up in arms, and I'm like, guys, there's nothing we can do about it. We are at the mercy of those folks. Let's get back to some of your questions and things that we have here. Nice Calgary Flames hat. I was watching your stream the other weekend, and you said you are from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That's cool. Me too. Thank you, Taylor Big Crow. That is my only Flames hat. I do have a Theo Fleury. Theo Fleury was an amazing player, by the way. He was part Métis, I believe, which is Aboriginal First Nations of Canada, what in America we would call Native American. But he was only 5'6" tall. They told him he could never play, and he had the heart and the spirit to do it, which is really cool. I'm a hockey bum, just so you know. Let's see here. Hi to anyone I missed. Yep, so we got some more comments here. The headliner is what Insomniac has. Oh, really? See, I don't know, Leonard. What the hell do I know? Headliners, customers. So he calls them the headliners. That's a pretty cool term. See, now I read your guys' comments. I have feedback. I say, oops, oopsie, I didn't know. See, I'm not an EDC guy. I want people to have fun while you're here. I want you to have fun. I just don't think 200,000 people in one spot is a good idea right now, because what'll end up happening is at the end of it all, if there's a big, huge bubble of COVID cases, the state will come down hard on us again. And all of you guys that want to just come to Las Vegas to enjoy the casinos, hotels, the pools, and the clubs that could be opening soon, all of those things are going to happen, but you're not going to have any of those if we have this big surge of COVID, because 200,000 people assembled. So again, it goes back to the whole thing. If I want to go to the gym and get huge, I can go ahead and I can take lots of performance enhancing substances that might destroy my liver or kill my heart valves. My long-term health is a lot more important, just like the long-term health of the economy. Insomniac live streams this event every single year for free on YouTube. I watch every year all night long free from home. There you go, Vegas to Cali. Very cool. J Media says, hey, NLV viewers, don't worry about EDC. It'll be all right. It will be all right. How would they know if everyone is vaccinated, Dave Cass says. You know what's funny about that? Because you can fake vaccination records and cards. Funny thing is, the wife and I had the Johnson & Johnson death jab, you know, the vaccine that apparently is all the problems, and I'm fine. I had a really bad reaction to it, but I'm good a week later. So is she. And they didn't even put our names on our cards. Not even, because we had one shot. So who's to say that somebody couldn't just steal my card and act like they're vaccinated? And people are selling those in the black market, to the point where the FBI is telling people 5-year sentence if you get caught doing something like that. Another fall music festival. And, you know, that's a big thing. That's probably a reason they didn't want to do it in the fall to start with. And I don't blame them. Okay. I'm not trying to come off overly negative against EDC. Not at all. I have people at my job that want to go to this event. And quite frankly, the one person that is going is one of the people that's going is very relieved that it's in October after all. They didn't want to force it. They'd rather go in October. But, you know, yeah, they're going to compete with Life is Beautiful and all these other big festivals that are coming through. Hey, Steven, I'll be in Vegas on Thursday. Are you going to be anywhere on the meet and greet for a meet and greet? I'm not sure, Jake. It depends. I mean, what is today? Wednesday? And tomorrow's Thursday? But Friday I'll be out there. So Friday night I'm going to be down on Fremont Street. Then Saturday night we're going to be doing a 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. live stream on the Strip, 4 hours like we did on the Fremont Street. Let's see here. Thoughts on the expected 200,000 packed live crowd for the McGregor fight on July 10th. Oh, shut your ass up. I'll tell you this right now. That's probably not even a good idea. And again, like I went to a Golden Knights game. And see, I'm fair and balanced, man. I am literally not going to say one is better than the other, because it's not. But the difference is at T-Mobile, they can enforce masks. I've been to a game. We went to the Golden Knights. They played the LA Kings. I think I'm a bad luck charm because they beat in LA every game. They lost that game. Go figure, right? But there's people that go down, right? They go down and they actually point out at you and whistle at you and tell you to put your mask on. You can't do that at EDC. That's one thing. Number two, it's less people and it's more of a filtered entrance into there, and you have to use the Clear app. So it might be a little bit more manageable. Tom Barton, thanks for all you do for us. I'll be there in July for my birthday. Hope everything gets better. I think it will, Tom. So we got more stuff from our EDC person right here. 60% of Vegas vaccinated is kind of stupid. This is what the people working for the show say, considering 90% of people go to EDC or are not from Las Vegas. Good point, right? But I think what they're saying is the county wants 60% of the people in the city to be vaccinated to stem any kind of bubble ups that we might have. So with that, so let me share my logic on this, okay? If they're concerned with 60% of the people in the city being vaccinated, that means that there's concern that this thing is going to cause a rise in cases. It makes sense in a way. So many festivals going around in the fall. He didn't want to compete with others. That's what our EDC source is telling us on Messenger. Allison Hopkins, I've got to love you and leave you to go get ready for work and get extra pennies for my trip to Vegas in November. Love all from the UK. Thank you so much. Any news on Palms opening up? No news on Palms right now. But we'll let you know if that's going to open up anytime soon. Let's see here. Let's get some more of your comments. You guys can ask me a comment. We'll give an answer. We have not gotten to the level that my person said we would get to. He said, I bet you will get over blank people in the stream. And I said, no way when I'm not walking down the strip. Ain't going to happen. Plus, there's probably other people streaming on the strip right now. Let's see. We got some, I'm a dog person, Juan 6.7 says. By the way, there's a cat behind me that's not a cat. Nope. That's just something that somebody cool sent me from Minnesota. Let's see here. We got some comments here. I'm glad you guys are here in the chats with me, by the way. Let's see. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Intel Wild's in the chat. Who is celebrating 420 Day today? Oh, yeah, that's a big day for a lot of people. Not for me, but for you guys. That's totally cool. Contact J&J Direct us. See if they will issue a card with a name on it. Oh, no, I mean, we got our card. They're supposed to write down your card when they give you the vaccine, and they didn't write my name on anything. So we got 2 blank cards. You guys want to buy one? It's $1 million. No, I'd never sell them. That's against the law. Hey, Steve, are you still looking for that Journey CD with the new singer? I have it. Would you like me to email you a link to download? Yes, I would. Oh, my gosh, that would be great. So I'm a Journey fan. I like classic rock a lot. And Journey had a Filipino singer named Arnel Pineda, who I thought was really good. And I love to support that. My wife's from the Philippines. And, it would be really cool to get that. So if you could do that, if there's a fee or something involved on your behalf, just tell me and I'll pay you whatever it costs. You can email me, stevenj, Steven, the letter J, at notleavinglasvegas.com. Thank you for talking about this. There's been such a cluster blank for those of us wanting to attend. Angela Fields, no problem. I'm not anti-EDC. I can't point that out enough. I am pro-health of the people that live here, though, and I am pro-economy for this place, too, because if we continue on with the economy, when it's building slowly but surely, it's better to have the show in October than to throw 200,000 people in one spot all for once, and say, oh, now everybody is sick, so we got to close things down a little more. Any news on the Luxor being demolished? No news. It was a rumor that Vital Vegas started, I think, as a joke 2 years ago. This, it's a lot of those rumors, you got to realize they're just rumors. Like the rumor was, hey, look, the Resorts World's going to open in May. No, I kept telling you it's going to open in the summertime. Now we have a Resorts World opening date of June 24th. Campbell County, Kentucky watching. That's a good county. I like the sound of that place for some reason. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's see here. Juan and Mr. Uber is here. Yeah. Let's see here. I just booked Venetian for EDC comp, COMP. You didn't book it for May, did you? Cancel. It's not happening in May. It's happening in October now. Hey, Steven, was wondering if the Can Club is still going. Not heard of the Can Club. Kenny, is that a gentleman's club? I'm not really sure. A lot of those places closed down during the pandemic. What are your thoughts and expectations of the changes coming May 1st? Well, I think if Clark County knows what they're doing and if they're smart, they're going to open most things up to 100%. And with discretion. They're going to vet things. Like they're going to make sure that, and they're going to let a lot of companies might not even open to, a lot of companies not going to open to May 1st 100%. They're not going to do it. They're not going to have a way to do it. I mean, the Golden Knights might not open to 100% because most hockey teams, even in places like Texas, where they've been open for a while, are just staying around, 3,000 to 5,000 people in the stands. Number one, it's public perception. Number two, it's adhering to mask mandates, which they don't have in Texas, but they still have here. Number three, it's employees. They have a hard time getting employees right now. Employment is a big thing. You can get a job anywhere in Las Vegas. There are tons of jobs in Vegas. They may not be the $25 an hour job that you always wanted, but you can still get $9-10 an hour to work in places, but a lot of people are choosing and opting to stay home and not do anything. Why not spend the money to renovating the Excalibur like they did with Monte Carlo when it was repurchased? Well, they owned the Monte Carlo for a long time. The Monte Carlo is now the Park MGM. Why wouldn't they renovate the Excalibur? Because the Excalibur basically makes the money right now. And until it's back up to 100% capacity, it wouldn't make any sense for them to renovate it because they own all the properties near it. And Excalibur makes some money. They just renovated the Luxor using the Bellagio or the old Bellagio furniture for the pyramid towers. So it might not make sense to do that. Original and current versions, I don't know what that means. Are they hiring for Resorts World now? They've already been hiring. They hired 5,000 people for Resorts World. Let's see here. No, I meant to tell them what happened, and maybe they will correct the issue. Oh, there was no issue, Shadow 22. He's talking about the vaccine record on the card. No issue. They simply didn't write the name on it. And it has nothing to do with Johnson & Johnson. It has everything to do with the person that administered the vaccine. Any news about opening for international travelers? I really wish I had some kind of proper news for you guys on that. From what I hear, we're busy. All the governments of the world seem to be busy fighting with each other versus actually getting to get together to see about opening. But, our president was visiting with some other president from some other country, so maybe they talked about that stuff. I think it was an Asian leader that he was talking to. I haven't watched the news very much because the news makes my brain hurt, and so I choose not to. But I'll let you know when I know about that stuff because I'm always looking at Vegas news. I just don't look at world news as much. Let's see here. Thoughts on Vegas being open with 100% capacity by June 1st. Hello. Are you coming in? Everybody loves you on camera. Ooh, you're bringing me nachos?
No.
Oh, show everybody what you made. Look, this is what we made. Fernando Rodriguez, we'll get to you in a second. This is what we made. Caroline made. She made not tacos the other day, and then she made leftovers. This is the kind of leftovers that we have when you have like an awesome gourmet chef cook thing going on. Say hi, Elise. Say hi loudly.
Hello, hi everybody. Oh, nice background.
I know, that was all you. We got rid of the green screen because she said to. Okay, Fernando says, has Virgin Hotel reached out to make things right? I don't appreciate any YouTubers getting strong-armed out. Thanks for your Vegas info. No, I don't expect that we'll ever hear from the Virgin people here on this channel. And I was very, very hard on them, but I stick to my guns. Just like how I stuck to this EDC thing. And I said it probably shouldn't happen, and then the county agreed with me. Somebody was wondering about that. They don't seem to care. I think they're putting all their eggs in number one, conventions, and number two, international travelers. And that's okay for them. If they can make it, they can make it. I don't want to see anybody fail in Vegas. But Shut Your Ass Up says, thoughts on Las Vegas being open with 100% capacity by June 1st. Same thing, okay? We have to take things slowly. You get there faster if you take it slow. That's where I want to go. That's a Beach Boys song, but it wasn't really the Beach Boys. When you have Uncle Jesse from Full House singing the Beach Boys, Kokomo, it's not really the Beach Boys. But you get there faster by taking it slow is what I mean. So I think 100% capacity by June 1st is okay so long as you watch those numbers and you make sure the numbers are going down, and you watch the percent of tests that are coming back positive and make sure those numbers are going down. So we'll just do that on the side on I have two monitors set up so you guys know. So I'll take a look over here and see what the coronavirus latest data looks like. And the other day it was 150 cases, and it'll load up right now. Let's see here, overview. So there was 346 cases. So it's been wavering up and down. I mean, one day we have 100 cases, one day we have 340 cases. Clark County specifically had 149 the other day and 271 today, and that's not consistent. We look at the 2 weeks, it's still hovering. It's not really decreasing anymore, but it's not rising anymore. So as long as they can keep those numbers relatively consistent and decreasing, eventually you get to the end game of all of this where everybody's got the disease and we are either vaccinated or we've had it. And if you don't get vaccinated, maybe you'll get it someday. And if you get it someday, you'll be part of the antibody crew. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, Calypso Kins, thank you so much. And Into Wild, I see all of your super chats, especially here when I'm doing the videos. Thank you guys so much. You're so generous to me. What would I do without you guys? Thank you, guys. EDC in October should be a good thing for planning. It absolutely will be a good thing for planning. Number one, it's going to allow people to not have to live spur of the moment. Number two, by then, you're going to have a lot of people that are more comfortable with traveling. The airlines will be a little bit better to book. International travel should be open by then. The bands and the acts will be able to come in properly. You're going to have a proper event. Okay, look. I'm the king of analogies. My boss at work said sometimes I should ask for permission if I'm going to give them, because not everybody needs them. And I'm trying to search my brain to look for an analogy on this. But it would be kind of like if you did a pre-sale of an item, a video game analogy coming up. You did a pre-sale on a video game. Oh, I don't know, a game called Cyberpunk 2077. The company didn't tell people, if you know this tale, this saga, there was lawsuits over this thing. The company didn't tell people that they were shipping a really lousy product on 2 different very popular game systems, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But they shipped it anyways. Now, had you told those people, you could wait another 6 months so we can make this a lot better, those people might have waited. Instead, they got a crappy, inferior product, and they were very upset with it, and people were all up in arms. They've been waiting almost a decade for this thing to come out. So when you have your expectations up here, but you give them a product that's down here, it's never going to look good for the actual organizer, and it's not going to be a good experience for the end user. And in this case, the end user are the headliners, as we learned EDC calls them. Okay, PR. Mean. I don't know what that means, PR, but thank you so much. Is Vegas getting international tourists now, or is that shut down still? It depends a lot. I mean, as we were on the streams in the last year, we've managed to find people that have traveled internationally. We saw people from Mexico and things like that, but not a lot. Some countries are not allowing their citizens to leave, and some countries are banned from coming in. So not a lot. I wouldn't say there's much international at all. Is Main Street Station going to reopen? Yes, it will eventually when the Hawaiian passengers and travelers come back. Let's see here. Mr. Uber, we hear there is a very few drivers right now. There is very few drivers. Some people were questioning where I got my data from my Uber Lyft video I did today earlier, where I quoted that right before the pandemic, there was up to 40,000 active drivers, and now there's about 13,000. And I said, well, I got it from the Las Vegas Review-Journal and from Channel 8 KLAS, I believe it was. And that's where I got my information from. And what I do to research my videos is I read 2 or 3 different articles to get a sense of what they're saying. I look for the things that stay consistent between those different articles or news sources, and then I go with that. And if something seems like it's a miss, I usually detract that article, take it out of the mix. So if one article said 40,000, the other said 40, one said 100,000, I would say, well, I'm going to go with the 40,000. Okay. So I've heard all sorts of things regarding that. And we can talk about that if you want. I miss that so much. Love your home live streams. Thank you so much, Martin Alvarez. Yeah. Some people seem to like them, and that's cool. We're still not at the number we need to get to. The person I made a wager on that I wouldn't get to that number, he said I would. Take a shot every time Intel donates. Guys, you guys are so nice. It doesn't matter who donates or who doesn't donate. So, thank you guys so much. I purchased Cyberpunk 2077 and I tried to play it. And then I tried to get my money back, but they wouldn't give me a refund, even though good old games is supposed to give you refunds. They don't. They tell you. You have to prove it. Prove it how? Game sucks. It's broken. Give me my money back. They wouldn't do it. Cindy Lou, who asks, what is EDC? EDC is the Electronic Daisy Carnival. It's a giant, huge electronic dance music festival with 200,000 people that come in. I should have probably prefaced this from the start of this video. I can't travel to the U.S., unfortunately, from Australia, as we have a travel bubble with New Zealand at the meantime. Can you go to New Zealand? Can you go to Mordor? That's all that matters. If you can go to Mordor and throw a ring into Mordor, meet Gollum, then you're good. Steven, what are those 3 cool bottles behind you, J Media? So this is Orbits. These are Orbits. They're an old drink that a company called Clearly Canadian came out with. I've showed you guys this before in the stream a while back. So these are actually drinks. And they look like lava lamps. Somebody bought these and sent them to me from a site called Mercari, and that's what they are right there. They're these weird suspended bubbles that are completely edible. The way they're suspended is the gel inside them is about the same density as the liquid that they're in, and then they have like a weird spider web. And if I go like this, look, they hardly move. I can lift this bottle up. They stay, and it's weird. And these were only around for a year. People didn't like them. I remember drinking them back in the day because I was in Canada at the time in 1997, and you're like, ooh, a Canadian thing. Let's support it. And it was in the news and stuff like that, but you can't buy them anymore. So they have become collector's items, which is amazing that they would sell for that much money, and somebody was super nice and super thoughtful. 200,000 rave kids might almost be too much of a good thing, Carrie says. To a lot of people, sure. There you go. We get to 200 likes, that'd be good. Martin Alvarez says, what numbers do you need? This is better than tuning into my own local news channel station at 9 p.m. and better than my local new morning shows at 5 a.m. There's a 5 a.m. now? No, I'm just kidding. I know what you're talking about. Nice. Oh, sorry about hitting my mic. Nice weather there. Oh, they'll be there from May 5th to the 15th. I thought I had the weather on here. I guess I don't. I did at one point. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be good weather. What is the weather going to be? Actually, it's going to be cooler tomorrow than it was today. Tomorrow is a high of 75 with winds, 79, 84, 86, 81, 86, 68. Get the heck out of here. So 81 on Sunday and 68 on Monday, but that's what happens in the springtime here. Can't go to Canada. The border is still shut down. Yeah, Americans can't go to Canada without a reason, obviously. I could go to Canada, but I'm here in Vegas. Who is selling EDC tickets? Maybe a lot of... Oh, I burped. Maybe a lot of people. From Area 51, brother. You're in Nellis? Cool. Don't tell your bosses you're watching this on an insecure connection. Adam Gibson, good morning, evening, Steven. I like you getting back to the in-house live streams. Well, we'll do more of these throughout the summer, but we'll still go out on the strip. It's going to be really, really hot a lot of the time. How about my Vegas Golden Knights, #1 team in the NHL? You guys want to see something cool? You willing to let maybe 15 seconds of dead air? Say yes in the chat if you want to see something that I got off eBay, of all things, related to the Golden Knights. Let me know. Wife and I will be back in Vegas next year for the Star Trek convention. Area 51 in Vegas. Area 51 is north of here. So say yes in the chat if you want to see a cool Golden Knights thing. When are you going to go back to the strip? I'll be back on the strip on Saturday night. I'll be there from 10 o'clock at night until 2 in the morning. So we got yeses. Let me grab this for you guys real fast. So yeah. So I couldn't resist this, so I ended up buying it. I really like the color purple. This is the closest color. I like the movie, but I like the actual color purple. And I picked this thing up right here. This is the Hockey Fights Cancer special edition of the Vegas Golden Knights. This is a practice jersey that they'd wear, and then they would auction these off. Now, this was never worn in a game. This has just got the tags on it. They sold these. Adidas sold these. There's no numbers on the back or anything like that, but it is a pro-level jersey. It does have, like, the fight strap inside if you know hockey apparel and stuff like that, too. So that I thought was pretty darn cool, and I couldn't resist it, and I always wanted one. And let's see if I can fail at hanging it from here. Might not work. Totally works. And we did it. Love that you said you don't have the right to. People feel they can come and go whenever because they're on vacation. I don't know what that means. Did I say something about that? Well, you got a bloody right. You got a bloody right to save. I'm singing Supertramp. I shouldn't stop doing that. Do I gamble when I go to the strip? Typically, I don't. Not a gambling man. But... you know, some people like it, and good for them. There's a lot of really excellent slot streamers out there. How's the weather in October? It's usually nice. October can be in the, let me see, September can be in the hundreds. October can be in the 90s, in the 80s. It'll be good. Love the color. I know, right? It looks so good. Let's see if I can get out of the way. You guys can actually see that whole wall back there. Not bad at all. The only #1 cause of AVS have a huge... Oh yeah, only #1 because the abs have a huge COVID problem. Well, yeah, I'm kind of making a joke out of that, Mark. I love you for watching, Mark. Don't get mad at me and thumbs down the video. Not really. We're #1 because we're a good team, and then Avalanche are tied for #1, and then they're fighting with #1 because they're a good team too. You look good in Laker purple. I don't know, man. I don't know how to buy that gear. I know in a hockey sweater I'm a size 50. That's the only reason I was able to get that, because somebody was so cool and sent me another one, and I showed you guys that before. I don't know what size I am in a basketball shirt, and I'm also going to have to like get way more in shape because those things are like, you know, you got no sides on them. It's pretty bad. Dude, the jersey is sweet. I know, isn't that cool? I love it. And actually, the thing is, in the corner it says "I fight for blank." That's that little tag I'm pointing at right about now. Right about now. You do it, Canadians. Some of yous do. And you don't want to say you do it, but just go listen to yourself back on Canada. And I let it slip too. And some of you guys are worse than others. And the younger people, they generally grew up with the internet and they don't sound like it as much. But anyways, 17 titles. Do they have 17 titles? I don't know, man. I know the winningest sports teams in North America are the New York Yankees and the Montreal Canadiens. Not mad. It's going to be a huge fun couple of weeks versus the Knights. Yeah, they close out the last series against each other. It's going to be interesting. We give you Marc-Andre. You're welcome. Thank you, Carol. Thank you for having no faith in the guy out in Pittsburgh. The Pens got rid of Marc-Andre Fleury and what? I mean, that was crazy. And he came here and he's been an ambassador for the team. And now he's having a career year. I mean, he's in the running for the Vezina Trophy, which is like goaltender of the year. I have mine too. You're already in the police, government, everything system. It's in airlines, probably a pizza. Everything is, yeah. Wait, guys, you guys are tracked like crazy. When an Encore are unique. I don't like Resorts World using the same color scheme. Yeah, there was a lawsuit against that. If you guys don't know and you're just tuning in and you're the first time. By the way, is anybody new on the channel? Say yes in the chat if you're brand new. You've never seen me before. That'd be pretty cool to see if there's any newbies in this chat, because typically when you're not on the strip, you're not going to get a lot. But, you know, maybe we got some newbies in the chat. But if you're new or you missed it, I did a video on Resorts World yesterday. It was about a 15-minute long video. It's covering the entire history of that whole property and that whole development. And what's funny is that somebody was arguing with me in the chat, in the comments, that it's like, that's not where the Stardust was. Yes, it totally was. Wow, we got some new people here. Who do we got here? We got Chancho Vlogs, Ronnie Seinberg, Megan Rosen, Mike. Oh, Mike says Hockey Town. Oh, he's from Detroit. Chonen, yes. Easy Fun Shine says yes. Very cool. Tikra Joseph says yes. Guzmer, you're not new. That's cool. Chancho Vlogs is new. Metroplex Event Rental is new. How you doing, brother or sister? Conrad Homestead says new here. And then Rocky says, yes, I am new or not. Ronnie Seinberg, cool. Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, my name is Steven and I'm not leaving Las Vegas. This is a Vegas channel. I used to do these in studio things a lot, and we go out to the strip a lot more now. Wintel Wild says a boot, and yes, in 17 and soon 18. I'm surprised. Good for the Lakers, man. Not bad for a team that's still named after Minneapolis and the Great Lakes up in Minnesota. Anyway, it's true, man. Y'all Lakers are named after Minnesota. There you go. San Jose Sharks have no Stanley Cups. I think you're right on that, but the Sharks have been a great team for a long time. A boot sounds like Scotland. Sounds like you're Scottish. When you say a boot and you talk from the bottom of your stomach, it sounds like you're from Scotland or something like that. Oh, it's a terrible Scottish accent. It's not working for me tonight. The accent machine is off. Let's see here. Steve, don't ever leave, Rocky says. Okay, I'm not leaving Las Vegas. Hello, Steven from snowy Michigan. Oh, my gosh. What part of my hand in Michigan are you from? If you meet people from Michigan, go, what part are you from? They might point up to here, which means they're Upper Peninsula, down here. I don't know. But Michigan's kind of like a hand. Please let us know about mask policy if you order a cabana. I'm going to Vegas in a couple of months. We have 3 flats separately. We live in a 3 flats separately, but have family dinners when we can. Since you say you're from a flat, it sounds like you're from overseas. So you might be from over in Europe, somewhere, UK. So you got to wear a mask at a cabana. Is it cabana? Cabana. The Coca Cabana. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got to wear masks out when you're poolside. This mask comes from VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. We call this hot, hot, hot. You notice how that didn't go around my ears. You can order this on VegasFaceMask.com. That thing when Caroline stepped in and said, are you going live? I'm like, just click the button. That was one of the orders right there I need to do. But anyways, yeah, you're going to have to wear a mask for now. I don't imagine the mask mandate's going to go away for a while. Our governor is not one of the governors that wants to abolish the mask mandates, so he's going to keep them for a while, probably for a year. Steven, get to the chopper. All the new people don't want to hear Arnold. Ooh, the Indian squad is here. What's up, India? How you guys doing? I hope India gets better. I hope they heal over COVID. Man, you think America is populated densely? India has over 1 billion people, and like lately they've been having like hundreds of thousands of cases a day, and I hope that India heals, because I had a lot of Indo-Canadian friends up in Canada. They're such nice people. They're so welcoming, man. Their families are so nice. They're just nice. Everybody's nice, but India's nice. Ugh, India yesterday India had 294,290 cases of COVID. And yesterday, India had 2,020 new deaths. The United States had 60,000 cases yesterday and 883 deaths. Pray for India, guys. India's super nice. If you figure CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, local supermarket, government, through smartphone know you are vaccinated, they question you how you feel after you have it. Government pays for it. Just flash your phone. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Will COVID passports ever be a thing in Las Vegas? I don't know. It's a really weird thing. I don't think the casinos would go in for it. I think they would be insane to do something like that. What's the capacity of the casinos? Well, I mean, so Caesar's Palace was at a couple. Okay, Caesar's had a sign.
Apologies.
Oh my God. You can't hear me, Siri. Go away. So, anyways, Casino Caesar's Palace has a capacity of 3,400 when it was 25%, right? So we just go 3,400 times 4, and we get up to 13,600 that can be on the casino floor at Caesar's Palace. Now, let's say we have that, and we have 5 casinos that are that size. And we just multiply out that by 5, and then we have like 68,000 people that can be on a casino floor at 100% capacity at any given time. Buster Posey, 2 home runs today. I don't watch baseball. I make a joke about it. We're like, yeah, I'm a Blue Jays fan. We lose to everybody. It's not that funny. Harmio is also new to the channel. Hope I said that right. Let's see here. You are the GOAT. Thanks. There's a lot of good streamers in Vegas. When will the new Arnold mask be revealed? Never. Never, but Caroline says I should learn how to do Arnold well enough that I could do an entire hour slot play. Now, first of all, I don't even want to think about how much money an hour-long slot play video would cost me. That seems like a long time. And second of all, how are you going to do Arnold without them kicking you out of the casino? Because Arnold is hard to do unless you yell. And if you guys are new to the channel, I do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression poorly sometimes. Caroline, masks won't give you Dumbo ears. Mr. Uber is right. Yeah, these things go around the back of your head, not your ears, so you don't look like this all the time. Let's see here. Will EDC require masks? It's debatable, Esteban. I mean, at first, with the start of the mask mandate, if you were open outside and you weren't in close contact, you didn't have to wear a mask. But now you're supposed to wear a mask if you're in contact when you're outside. But that's in October. We don't know that yet. Lack of vaccines. Even Canada has a lot of COVID cases to the U.S. Pray for the world to heal. Canada does a weird vaccine policy. I know Canadian friends who have gotten one half of the vaccine told they might have to wait months. And you have to go back in the government in Canada, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Canadians. I think the government in Canada tells you where and when to get your second vaccine, whereas here you could get your first shot at a CVS, then go to a Walgreens, a couple of weeks later and get yours done. The shrine is growing. I don't know what that means, but okay. Go Knights, Michael says. I love it. Yes, Arnold, I'd watch. Australian Death Machine. Austrian Death Machine. Australian Death Machine. I don't know who that is. Who's the Australian Death Machine? Arnold for an hour would destroy your voice. Oh, yeah. Arnold's voice. I don't look at myself when I'm doing Arnold. I get embarrassed. Hi, hello, how are you? Come on, let's go get loaded. Go to the casinos and get drunk. I want to get drunk. I want to drink absinthe. The real absinthe. That's terrible. Who wants to hear Steven do Arnold? Steven, Vegas needs an Arnold-themed casino. It'd be a giant cigar. It'd be Arnold with his giant cigar. Or shape it like a Hummer. An Arnold mask from Steven. How would I do that? I don't know. I might actually. Well, no, see, that's the thing. Here's the deal, man. I love y'all. You guys are super cool people. When I say, would you guys buy this if I made this thing available to you? And y'all say yes, and then like one person picks it up. So, I mean, we'd have to purchase Arnold fabric and then hope that somebody would actually buy it. And it's so very hyper-specific and dialed into the channel. I'm Canadian. We have to wait 4 months. Yeah, Canada announced that they're going to be doing like the whole thing where like, well, you got 40% of the vaccine, right? So I guess you're better off because we don't have enough to go around. But Canada's doing AstraZeneca shots soon, which is more blood clots than Johnson & Johnson. Go figure. I did, as I said, about probably 14,000, depending on the size of the casino, based on what the signs that I saw. They had 25% capacity. It was 3,400 people or so. So you multiply that by 4, it's around 14,000 people. Let's see here. I'll be at the Hilton in October. Arnold drinks bourbon and smokes cigars. He does. Cover band Arnold Schwarzenegger, Austrian Death Machine. Are you serious? There's a real... Oh my gosh. That would be the best. That'd be awesome. Let's see here. EDC might be better in Tejas. Stop it, Dylan. I know what you're doing there. Texas is eating our lunch. They're eating us for dinner down there in Texas. Everything's going to Texas. That's why I think we're snapping and putting big events in Vegas again. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's my favorite bodybuilder ever. I'd buy it. Arnold poster in my closet. Yeah, he's great, man. Doesn't matter how many Vegas YouTubers there are, quality over quantity. Your kindness and honesty in videos to make this channel grow. Thank you, Juan. I try to interview more people on channel. I do have something that's going on. Let me see if I can open it up and show you guys just a sneak peek of something. And I can't. You know what? I can't because I unplugged my drive. So I'm going to try to show you guys this interview that I'm doing with a graffiti artist. It's up to 20 minutes long. It's going to be really long, but I'm trying to edit videos better for you guys. We'll be in Vegas in September for a week. Can't wait for The Jockey Club. Cool. Matthew Rios. Great live stream tonight. Talk to you later. Need to catch up on them emails. Thank you so much, Matthew Rios. We appreciate you. My EDC guy does say, with Vegas being 100% open by the time EDC does come around, a proper EDC can take place, including pool parties, after parties, and day parties, pre-parties, etc. With a lot of nightclubs banking on the EDC crowd, this will be good for everybody. That's a good point. That is a good point. And somebody saved my EDC video on their desktop. Whoa, man, that's actually not a bad thing. Thank you for that. Yes, if you want to put that on Google Drive and send it to me if you're watching this video still. Out in California, fishing at the lake, watching the live, enjoying it. Arnold fishing would be pretty funny. He'd be really mad at the fish. Come on! Come on, fish, get out of the water! Water, fish! With his fishing rod, Arnold will be back and forth. Smash the like button. When's the best time to go to Vegas? Whenever you have time, man. The worst time to go to Vegas is if it depends on what you like. If you like it to be busy here, if you like it to be dead people here. Some people like it to be busy. Some people don't like it as busy. Right now, we're not in a time where we're getting back to where it's like on cycles and it's predictable. When it's predictable, Vegas is slow in January. It's January to February. It kind of gets bigger and peaks up in July, obviously, August. And then it goes a little bit slower after the summertime. And then it gets really slow around November when the Cowboys come into town, and then busy for the last 2 weeks of the year. Steve could be an offensive lineman for Seattle. I don't know what that means. I would be killed instantly. I weigh 192 pounds if I'm lucky, and I'm not in great shape. I buy the Arnold mask. It was a chin. The chin was perfect. I buy it anyways. Okay. Hugo is waiting for the Beatles' love. So am I. Have I seen popsicles lately? Have you seen popsicles? No. Is that a trick question? Somebody asked me if I like WAP, and I was like, I didn't know what it was. So I try not to answer things where I don't know what they are right now. Runaway film productions are going to Canada. That is so wrong. Oh, man, I didn't know that. If you close your eyes, it sounds like the real Arnold. Yeah, right. Mike Tyson, do Mike. Oh, man, what am I? You think I'm funny? I'm some kind of minor bird here to entertain you? Smash the like button, everyone. Into Wild says. Get on the hook. Come on, fish. Go on the hook. Come on, you know you want to. Get in my boat. I used to go when Mountain West tournaments were going on. Very fun. I like Las Vegas when international travelers come. Okay, very good. Please hit the like button, Steve Miller says. I like your bookcase. How much does it cost? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and they were on sale for $169 plus tax. So 169 times 4 is 600. There's 676. There's $700 of bookcases behind me right now. That's what they're worth. And I had to put them all together myself. And that was fun. I did that in this little studio I'm in right now. Hello, Steven. I like the Pokemon in the back. Yes, it's a hat. Somebody sent that. So if you guys don't know, if you're looking at this wall right now, if you send me something, I'm going to wear it. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on the wall. I have things that I can cycle in and out. And I have more space. I mean, if I zoomed out a little bit, it'd be kind of weird. Can you do a Jollibee food review? Masarap. That's my review. Sarap. Nung sarap. Yeah, I mean, I could. There is a Jollibee. That's a really good idea. Wow. Thank you, Ram. I never thought of that. And Esteban is what they call me when I'm in the Philippines or in Mexico. So you and me are just, we're brothers from another mother. Selena's supposed to reveal some fantastic news tomorrow. That she is the best singer in the world. That's how French Canadians have a different accent. If you don't know, now you know, my friends. It's an old Saturday Night Live trope from back in the day. Can't remember who played Celine Dion, but she said, when I was a young girl in Quebec, Canada, I wanted to be the best singer in the world. And people from Quebec are super nice. I will tell you, they will try really hard to speak English, even though some of them are complete francophones, and they make every effort when they come here to speak English, and I really appreciate that they do that. Unbeknownst to the boss, what is that PR? Bruce Springsteen is in the house. 404 in the chat, should be 401 likes. Did you ever date a Filipino? I married one. That's my wife. Caroline. That's me. This is like a 16-year-old photo, by the way. So I married a Filipina. I don't date Filipinos. I date Filipinas. Not that there's anything wrong with dating a Filipino if people are into that. But I date Filipinas, and then I married a Filipina, and I haven't dated since that long ago. Now you know. So there you go. And I go past the Jollibee on a regular basis. There's a few of them here in town. We go to the one over on Maryland Parkway and Flamingo, East Flamingo. Let's see here. I got to do a mukbang at the Jollibee. Get the spaghetti at Jollibee. They're the best. And the chicken, of course. Not a fan of Filipino pasta sauce. But I got spoiled because Caroline makes amazing pasta sauce. Voodoo Lounge. Yeah, I mean, why don't they have Big Bad Voodoo Daddy perform at the Voodoo Lounge? And they could do like a 90s thing because the 90s had the throwbacks to the 50s, Zoot Suit Riot. But anyways, maybe Voodoo Lounge, maybe. Have you guys heard Steven do Sylvester Stallone? Oh, gosh, darn it. Anyways, I missed the Riviera. Still forgot to hit the like button sometimes, so smash it, Intel Wild says. What's going to happen to the Rio? Rebrand it as like the Hard Rock. Yeah, so it's going to become a, Hyatt Clarion. It's going to be a travel. It's going to be the new Travel Lodge. Could you believe it? Can you imagine if like the Palms was the Travel Lodge all of a sudden, or the Motel 6? No, it was Hyatt, right? It was not Hilton. It was Hyatt. So it's going to be rebranded to the Hyatt. And I mean, that's a good brand to manage the rooms. But that seems to be a trend happening right now. Do you eat In-N-Out? Yes, I do. That's our favorite burger place here in town. Wow, I'm half Filipino. My dad is from Pampanga. Cool. It's very good. My wife is from Mindanao, and I've been to like Cebu and stuff like that. Fernando Rodriguez says, boom, I live in a 3-floor home in the U.S. Appreciate any info on paid cabana rules if we reserve them. Oh, okay. Oh, 3 flat. I don't know. If we reserve them, basically see each other throughout the day, many a time in the week, we could have to wear a mask yeah, you'd have to wear a mask in the cabana. By the way, I think my audio gain is way high. I keep peeking out. That's terrible. Yeah, so Fernando, I really do think you're going to end up like wearing masks when you're near the pool. When you're eating or drinking, you don't have to put the mask up, obviously. And most of the time when you pay for that service, they're probably not going to come out and police you, although they could at any given moment. Intel Wild, Steven and Caroline. Steve, Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. It's funny because if you go on Fremont Street, people just pump their fists up like it's the 7th inning stretch down at a Boston Red Sox game. The Travelodge Resort and Spa. Yeah. By the way, thank you, Fernando. Thank you, 417 concurrent viewers. Let's see here. I'm ready for work. I got 15 minutes. I'll be back for a bit. Thank you, Allison, for being here. You should film a live show in the parking lot of Travelodge. But I like my safety. No, I mean, that Travelodge on the Strip, I don't like hotels where my room faces the parking lot. It just doesn't seem very safe, but I'm sure that place is safe. I'm sure they have lots of security. They delayed opening 100%, Lizzie says. Really? That's news to me. Do a Boston accent. I don't, pack the cot, have it yet. So let's see. Somebody's saying they're delaying opening to 100%. What are they delaying opening to 100%? Raiders Mark Davis defense tweet about Derek. Oh, wow. Whoa. Mark Davis got political. Not a good thing. Yeah, there's nothing here about, delaying 100% opening. That would come directly. Okay, so here it is. They didn't delay it necessarily, but the Clark County proposes 80% capacity and faster track forward to a full reopening. And that's exactly pursuant to what I was saying before here, where I said, hey, you know what? Let's take it slow. Let's get there so at the end of the finish line, we are 100% and we're not back at 50 in between, which makes total sense. I mean, 80% is very close to 100, right? You'd rather have 80% of a dollar than no dollar whatsoever. Let's see here. Travelodge is a typical motel layout. It is. Motor Inn. All right. That's what it is. Wear a Seahawks jersey. I'll wear whatever if anybody sends me stuff. I don't got an issue with that, man. I like sports and I like stuff. I mean, I got the Colorado Avalanche down there. Boston. The Boston Bruins. Number 4, Bobby Orr style. Boston. Pack the cod. Have it yad. Tell Sully I said hi. I can't do a Boston accent. There's some accents that just come, that's really weird to me. And then that one, if you screw it up, people from Boston will be like, hey, pal, I'll punch you. I can't curse on my channel. I'll punch your face in. You're really, really funny tonight. It's enjoyable. Well, see, when I do these, Chris, I can actually just answer back and I can kind of just ping pong off of stuff, So that's good. But then again, I mean, I know if I'm on the strip, I'm pulling in 1,000 people by now, which is totally cool. But you know what? Guess what? Some new people came in here, and I hope you guys would consider subscribing to the channel, support the channel through vegasfacemask.com and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if you're just watching this, maybe you're just incredibly bored and you got nothing to do in your life, you should get a hobby. But anyways, I wouldn't wear a onesie PR, but good luck. Do a show on the best places to get stabbed. You know, I was thinking of doing a thing on the worst areas in Vegas, but yeah, there's really not that many bad areas. Oh, Virgin Hotel. There you go. Don't go there after night. I mean, that's probably not good. Well, you wear a Girls Gone Wild hat if I say, of course, I'll wear it, man. I'll wear it, dude. Why not, AE? Might as well. I mean, I'm honored when people send me stuff. Hello, Steve. I will see you on Mother's Day. Okay, that would be cool. L. Chilibert B. I walked through the MGM Grand Olympic Gardens on a spring day. That walk was educational. It's educational. What's the word on the Buffetts? Warren Buffett is one of the richest men in the world. But if you're talking about buffets here in town, they're voting the Clark County commissioner on commissioners, which is like 12 people that sit on this board that get elected to make decisions on what happens everywhere in the county. For example, when the Raiders were going to come here, they had to vote on and approve it. So they're saying that they're going to be voting on whether or not they can go to open buffets, because right now the state mandate says that you can't have any self-service type of food where you touch the utensils and stuff. So we'll wait for that. I'll bring you some updates. I do regular news updates if you're not familiar with the channel's format. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. We do live streams on the weekends from the strip or from downtown. We give you a weekly update that way of what it looks like out there. And then we also do these pop-up type of, video sessions here. Will I be on the strip tomorrow? No, I won't, Jeremiah. I'm sorry. I'll be there on Saturday from 10 o'clock at night until 2 in the morning. Four Queens is bad. I'm going to take this gum out of my mouth. Four Queens is bad. Get propped up by at least 6 blanks and 4 blank dealers, even by security running the blanks. Those are some pretty serious allegations you say there. I know about that. But you are a Kit Kat bar, so break you off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Will you wear a 2-piece if I send it? Within reason, guys. And, I'm not some kind of like a thing you can put a coin in. I'm not Zoltar. You don't put a coin in me. And I do Arnold impressions and wear 2-piece bathing suits. The Wicked Spoon vid was awesome. I'm going to do there next time I go back to Vegas. Sarash says, well, yeah, you can check out the Wicked Spoon who did a nearly 20-minute long video where we had access to talk to the executive chef, the chef de cuisine, as they say in culinary, of the Wicked Spoon, which is very fun. You made a Mirage Volcano video, which was amazing. How about the Fountains of Bellagio? Unless I am blind, I did not see that you uploaded the video. I have not done that yet. I want to get that done. To do that, the best thing for me to do would to be record the audio separately on my Zoom recorder, which I can show you guys that, if you guys want to see what that's all about. If it's here. Oh, it's not here. Thought it was here. So it's not here. I have a Zoom H6, and it's like a professional audio recorder type thing I got for interviews. But it would be good to record the audio with that, and then sync up the video. I can do something like that. That would be good. We can do it. It'll essentially be like a 4K 10-bit HDR. I like to do good quality videos on that stuff. Thanks, Yumiko, for being here. I appreciate it. Who else wants to go to EDC? Well, lots of people do, but they're going to have to go in October. India are kind of culture in need of our prayers. They're a kind culture. They are a kind culture. I'm ready for Memorial Weekend in Vegas. Yeah. Best hotel for a family of 4 with 2 kids under 7. I mean, pay for a good room at the Circus if you have those kids, because you're going to be able to entertain them a lot out there. And come June 24th, I mean, Resorts World is going to open, so you'll have a lot more variety, so you get to see the newest place as well. The Wicked Spoon video you and your wife did was really great. It makes me want to go to Vegas even more. Thank you, Chris. I'm glad that I am making people consider coming here. That's good. I've been wanting to go to EC, but I don't know with COVID. Well, Jeff, I mean, it's going to be in October now at this point, so you'll have more time to, consider that. Susie asked for Blackjack. He's on the other side sleeping. He was here with us before, which is why I keep touching my face. Are those live bands in the hotels, bars, lounges yet? Yes, there are. I suspect that we'll see live band announcement for Fremont Street coming up very, very soon as well. You're one of the funniest people I've ever seen, Son of Sam says. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but the 4 weird emojis, I'll say it's a compliment. What is my least liked culture? Wow. I'm going to make a video called How to Destroy Your YouTube Channel. And all you got to do is answer questions like that. Now, AE, I know your heart is in the right place. The truth is, I like all cultures. I like all people. I think that every culture has people that represent the culture differently. And I think that if you try to understand people culturally, then you will get an education on the world, and you will be able to talk on camera for 1 hour and 3 minutes and 26 seconds about random things. So I don't have a least like culture. That's a bad. That's not the thing that you'd want to ever answer, anyways, even if you had one. Hey, Steve, on these invites to buffets, do you feel pressure to give positive reviews? I told him I wanted to keep it. I wanted to keep it objective. No, you should never feel pressure to give positive reviews. I mean, like, some YouTubers out there get invited to fantastic over-the-top things, and I don't know if they feel, like, I don't know if they ever do negative reviews. I see people on Twitter feeds with lots of followers that only ever seem to say positive things about the comps that they get, which is why we don't take a lot of free comps out here at these properties, because it's difficult. And but here's the deal, right? If you go into a relationship with somebody, you need to be upfront with what you're going to do and how you're going to approach it. And they need to know that they should be on their best game. And if they don't have a quality product, they shouldn't be inviting you in to review it to begin with. Okay? And that's the way that it should work with the review game. And you should always tell people up front that this was a sponsored review and that you got it for free, because that's actually FTC laws. FCC, Federal Telecommunications Commission. Thanks for the informative vlogs. I figured I make it a solid 20 in super chats. Oh, thank you, Fernando Rodriguez. Guys, 439 likes and 439 thank yous for Fernando. Thank you so much, my man. What do you think about California opening fully in June? It's possibly because their governor is in a trying to avoid recall election, but possibly because he really loves the people and he's listening to the people. I would like to think it's the latter, that he's really just listening to the people, possibly. Gavin Newsom. Wish Arnold could run again for governor. Wouldn't that be great? Open it up. Come on, open the state. You got to open the state of California. Got to open California. Let my Hummer go everywhere across the whole. I can't do it. See, I got to learn more Arnold. I couldn't do an hour-long live stream with Arnold. It would be terrible. Gave you a like. See, I don't hate you, Steven. We'll always agree and disagree on things, but that's how life is. Shut your ass up. Man, I wish everybody would be like you, take their time machine from 25 years ago where people could actually have conversations and come out to the modern day and say we don't always have to agree, but we can disagree without being uncivil to one another. My kid's teacher in Texas is from Alberta. Fort McMurray. Whew, man, that's far north. Fort McMurray is in a weird place, man. Fort McMurray, Canada, it can be 55 below in the wintertime with a wind chill that's even colder, and then in the summer it can be 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Kind of a crazy place, man. Nice place, though. Total Recall, Get Back to Mars. Where's the single ladies in Vegas? Everywhere, man. Just like anywhere else. I don't know. If there's ladies' night, The thing is, I don't know. I never looked for my thing. I fell into my lap. I think that's how most good relationships are. If you try to look, you try to force it. Like, people go on dating apps. And maybe some of you guys got married and you'll be married for 50 years, and I hope that's the sake. But they say that most of the people on dating apps, they just don't work out. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was talking in one of those leadership type classes that my boss was talking to me about, and he said that you can't force things. You can develop, but you can't force relationships. Anyways, I'm hi from Kentucky, Chris says. Get to the chopper face mask. Will sell like hotcakes. That'll be good, too. It was cold in Winnipeg, baby. So cold in Winterpeg, where the flies are as the size of your head, and it's 100 degrees humidity with 90 degrees Fahrenheit in the summertime. If everyone to agree with you, we'd live in a boring world. Yeah, or if you surround yourself with sycophants who just tell you everything you want to hear and everything is the best thing in the world. Steven Warm Chat. I gotta scratch my nose. Oh, so itchy because of the cat hair. Steven Warm Chat that makes damaging accusations they can't prove very. Steven Warm Chat that make damaging accusations they can't prove to be a very bad idea. What damaging accusations are we talking about? Is it against me or against somebody else? I don't know, man. But here's the thing. Yeah, if you guys make accusations, you can't prove them, then you're going to have to sometimes suffer the consequences, I suppose. I try not to do it. It's not good. I don't see any damaging accusations against me, but who knows? Let's see what we got here now. I'm just going to go look. Oh, I think we're talking about the Four Queens deal. Yeah. Everybody has an opinion. Maybe somebody was, propositioned at a hotel in Las Vegas, and then they think that that's what it is, and they stereotyped it. Last Action Hero is an underrated movie. It's snowing where Chris McGraw is. Start singing, oh yeah, it's ladies' night. What a night. We had snow in Ontario today. Man, that's craziness, man. You guys are troopers for being out in that snow. Do you like the high roller? Never been on it. Want to go on it? Want to do a vlog on it, realize that it's like 35 minutes around, and I would annoy the hell out of anybody who's on it with me because of how much I talk. How did you meet your Bisaya wife? I am from Bukidnon, Mindanao. It's a long story that I can't really go into because some things have to be held within, my personal space, like the Rick and Morty. Watch out. Keep out of my personal space. But, she was here before me. That's all I need to know. She's been in the United States before me. Some people see it and they go, and they instantly hit to that whole, oh, white guy brought over an Asian girl. But funny thing is, she was here before me. That's all I will tell you. Hey, Steve, I really appreciate the knowledge. I applied in every aspect of my trips to Vegas. Hey, Steve, the time security told you to stop recording in front of the Bellagio. Was that lawful? Yes, it was. I had a video I did last April or so, and I brought out an old lawn chair to the Strip, and I parked the car, and I walked over in front of the Bellagio, and I sat it down on what I thought was a piece of open sidewalk, and it totally wasn't. And then the biggest, baddest looking mofo from security ever came out. Kind of looked like the principal, or no, the principal looked like the gym teacher on Beavis and Butthead that would scream at him all the time. You get the buzz cut, the aviator glasses, the Oakleys. It was the wraparound Oakleys. Guy looked like he weighed about 275 pounds, not any fat on him, if you know what I'm saying. Basically a guy that probably served and honored our country by serving for many years and then decided to go into private security. Told me I had to leave. I said, hey, man, I'm just sitting in front of the Bellagio. I'm on a public sidewalk. I was on where, the big utility pole where the top has the stop sign signals and the traffic lights on it. He says, no, you're not. And it turns out I wasn't. So what they started doing is they started basically selling every single inch of the sidewalk all the way out to the road. So what they do is they create a public right-of-way. So you don't have a right to be on that sidewalk if they don't want you to. There's numerous reasons why they would do this. One of the reasons being that they don't want to have people... they don't want to have people striking. Like if somebody's not happy, one of the unions, culinary, wants to strike, then they can say, this is our property, get off our property. Well, where can we stand? You can stand in the road, but I don't recommend it. That kind of stuff. So no, it was completely legitimate for me to do that. I'm going to make a video on that. I got to think of a title that's really attractive to people, like, like you have no rights in Vegas, because you essentially don't have rights in Vegas. You think you do, but you don't. Most of it is very, very locked down private property. I got my mask. They're unique and well designed. Susan Trailer says, I love it. Thank you, your wife, for me. I'll be in Vegas tomorrow. I hope to see you there. That'll be cool. Yeah, so she's talking about from VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. We're wearing it right here. And, we got like 60 different designs on the website. So there you go. This is like hot, hot, hot. It's called, I wanted to call it Red Hot Chili Peppers or Californication or Under the Bridge. And then it gets real esoteric and nobody understands what the heck you're talking about. Is that a real cat? No, this is a stuffed animal. We got a real cat slumbering on the other side of the camera. Let's see here. How long are you going to do this coverage? All summer? Yeah, Muhammad Youssef, I got no plans to do anything other than talk about Vegas. Have you met the troopers? They seem nice and cool like you. I met him once. Yeah, we met him once on a live stream. That was fun. That's all I will say about that. Let's see here. You are the definition of class act. You're the best at what you do. Keep it up. Some people look up to LeBron or Jay-Z. I look up to you. Thank you, A. That's weird, but thanks. I don't take compliments very well, but you're super nice. Thank you. It's always weird. Has anyone been selling beer illegally? Yes, Kingfish, a lot. There's a fly in here. Come on, fly. Don't bother me. Shoo fly. Don't bother me. Yeah, they have been. They've been selling, cold beer. $5, $5. That's how they talk, and they're really fast because they don't want to get caught. That's the dumbest thing you can do in the world, selling liquor without a license. They will put you in jail same day. They won't even cite you. It's not a good idea. Have I ever been abducted by a UFO? No, but I had a near-death experience. So do you like pancit and lumpia? Pancit, P-A-N-C-I-T. Pancit, I do. And lumpia, I do. But only when my wife makes it. A lot of pancit's oily. It's not very good. And she makes it perfectly. And lumpia, she makes it differently. They use little tiny wrappers. She uses big Chinese egg roll wrappers. Are the outsides running trails in Vegas? Yes, lots of them, Esteban. I mean, yeah, not far from where I live, there's tons of running trails. Trails go to the west side of town. You go down into the Henderson area. You go down to, Sunset Park. It's a big park near the strip, kind of, sort of. Can we see your cat? Well, I mean, he's sleeping. I'm not going to probably do that right now, but make sure you subscribe because you see him on these streams in the future. Moving to Las Vegas in 9 days. So excited. I'm active duty Air Force. Well, I salute you and thank you for your service, Monroe Doctrine, because you're the reason why we can all complain about stuff in this country. You keep us safe, and thank you. And congrats for moving to Vegas. What's your favorite downtown hotel? I like the El Cortez. I like the D Hotel. I think it's a great little property. Circa's nice too. Circa's a good property. Have the card workers return to the Las Vegas Strip? Not as many as you'd think. He's talking about the guys that slap the little cards that says girls direct to you. They're protected under freedom of speech. They're never going anywhere. What happened to the security guard who prevented you from streaming in downtown? I don't know. Good question. I saw him a few more times, but I haven't seen him since. It's possible that he's just on a different shift. I mean, I never see him because I go at nighttime, and that was a daytime thing, so I'm sure he's still down there. I didn't wish any ill will on him. If you guys aren't aware, we had a situation where we were streaming for about 2 hours or so, and then we got back to Fremont Street, and it was about 10 o'clock in the morning, and right at 10 o'clock in the morning, a security officer stopped me and said I need a permit to stream, and then I called a friend of mine, Richard Wilk at Circa, and he put me in connection with the absolute head of all of the marketing for Fremont Street, and we had a great conversation. This is the same guy that runs all the shows and everything that goes through there, all the multi-million-dollar events, and he told me that I wasn't wrong, and that the security guard was wrong, and that he would address the situation. And I saw that guard one more time, so that's good. So I'm sure he's still there. But I made a video about it. You can check it out on the channel if you want to. Let's see here. Solstice Life. Well, we can show that. That's fine. Juan says, have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, guys. It takes Juan to know Juan, and I'm glad that I know Juan myself. Have you done any videos on Nellis? No, I have not yet. Nellis is way up there north. It's very loud area because of all the jets. I've seen Metropolitan Police with a mobile command center at the front of Paris and Bellagio, and they're dealing with some of the bikers, also people selling liquor. Yeah, the cops are always out there, man. Just be good. We had a great conversation with the police. I really respect the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I think most people, I can't go into that part, but anyways, I can't say that last part. I won't say that. That's stupid of me to say it. But I think that most people in Vegas understand the cops have a very serious situation out here. They don't know where people are coming in from. You got people from international, people from California, people from everywhere. So when you stop somebody in Vegas, I mean, it's already an unknown when you're a police officer, but you don't know what they might be on, what they might be carrying, what they might be up to, nefarious acts, and so on and so forth. So our police here, I highly regard them because they've kept us safe throughout the pandemic, and they've worked a lot of extra shifts, and good on them for that. So thanks, and thanks for everybody for coming out here and respecting the police too. Police here are not here to fight with everybody, so that's good. At least here in Vegas. I can't say what your local town is like. That stream you did on the shady part of Vegas looked cool and collected. Were you nervous at all? Yeah, I mean, that was the Naked City video, and what happened in that video, and I mentioned it, was that as I was recording myself, because I was only using a cell phone and a gimbal, I was using an iPhone and a gimbal, and as I was doing that, somebody came out and started yelling in behind me, and I got kind of nervous on that, so I was like this, and I got the phone in front of me, that kind of thing, and didn't feel very good, and I got a little bit nervous, but I'm kind of nervous kind of guy. Let's see here. Let's see here. Have you ever thought about doing a video on the Las Vegas Speedway? Possibly. Stuff like that could be good, could be niche. We got to try, right? How were those $20 Filipino cookies you bought on Sunday? They were good. They were ube-based cookies. They weren't the best cookies I've ever had, honestly. I just wanted to support them because it was Filipino-American, and I was down there, and I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to not buy it. I'm going to have to be a little bit, generous with that. The money goes around and helps somebody else out. Judith Cruz says, oddball question, but are strip clubs in Vegas open? I'm curious as to how the ladies and gents are protected from the public and vice versa. So that's a great question, Judith Cruz. So I've asked numerous times. I've been told that they're basically bikini bars and there's no contact on anybody, but they're opening and they're acting like like they're open. Now I hear that May 1st we're having some votes that might be open, you know, with actual partial nudity and all that kind of stuff. But it's hard to say what's going to happen. The future is so kind of like Magic 8-Ball outlook, not so good, or the future is foggy, or whatever the Magic 8-Ball says. But there's a great question, Judith Cruz. So I'd say if anybody tells you they're open, they're not open necessarily. From what I've heard over and over again, they're just trying to get you into the door so you can buy some drinks there. And what are you going to do? Go back to the strip? Catch an Uber or a Lyft? Ha! That's not going to happen easily. So yeah. Let's see. I'm law enforcement at Air Force and can get you on Nellis if you want to do some video. Got to make a few phone calls. Monroe Doctrine, that would be amazing if you could do that. But there are so many clearance levels. So why don't you email me? stevenj at notleavinglasvegas.com. stevenj at notleavinglasvegas.com. That would be really cool if you guys want to. Let's see here. I can put it here. We can just go stevenj at notleavinglasvegas.com. We'll put that on the screen and see if that pops up. Boom! And you can't even see it, can you? Yeah, you have to. Hold on, guys. It's my first time streaming. There it is. It's not my first time streaming. Well, what's your take on the UFO footage of the Pentagon just released? Oh, man. There are so many things out there that are going to blow our worlds away, and we're going to learn so much. It's just like how we've gone through like 20 years of technological innovation in the last 12 months, just with all the changes. But I think that whenever people decide, or people or beings or creatures decide that they want to make some kind of contact with us, they're going to do it. It's going to change everything, hopefully for a positive. But yeah, there's things out there that we can't explain, and the universe is vast and big and ever expanding. So who's to say that there's not something near us that we have never seen before? That'd be cool, though. So yeah, Monroe Doctrine, I put that email up there. If you guys want to send me an email or visit vegasfacemask.com, you guys can do that. How long of a drive is it to Area 51 from Vegas? It's a bit of a drive. It's a couple hours. Let me see if I can find it on maps. Maps.google.com. And we'll go here too. I'll just type in Alamo. No, I'll type Little Alien. It's in Alamo, Nevada. So that's the Rachel, Nevada area. And we'll go to my directions. Oh, I can't get directions to this place. Oh, here it is. Directions for my current location. So it's 2 hours and 24 minutes. It's way north of us up there, but it's worth going, I think. It's a nice area. Let's see here. What's your take on the footage of the UFOs? You handle security guard very professionally. I try to, Tony. I don't know. Try not to be disrespectful. How long of a drive is it to Area 51? We got that. Maybe I'll marry an alien. Do your best Arnold impression. Get to the chopper in front of a Black Hawk if they let you in. I get kicked out, right? Any truth to buffets opening soon? Yes, there is some truth to that, Snow Tiger. They're going to be voting on whether or not buffets can open. And if they can, then that's a good thing. But we'll let you know on the channel, so subscribe to the channel. Holy smokes, it's 11:10 at night. What is North Las Vegas like? It never gets any press. North Las Vegas is nice in some spots and horrible in other spots, like a lot of places in America. We were at a place when we were trying to rent a place last year, and it made my skin crawl. And then you can go a mile or two away, and it's really nice. Some parts of California, man. Somebody told me Long Beach was horrible. Don't go to Long Beach. And then you go to Long Beach, and there's nice areas of Long Beach, man. People they focus on the negative sometimes. Studio and lighting good. Last time I saw a live stream like this, you had a green sheet. Yeah, we changed everything, man. We totally did. Yep. Do you have any kids? We got Christian, our godson, in the Philippines that we take care of, and we love very, very much. And he's going into dental school, but he's also a fully grown man. But he acts like a kid sometimes because he really didn't have a fatherly figure. He just had other good adults around him to try to guide him on his way. Only destination I have in my record outside of Hawaii is Czech. I'm not sure. Guys, you guys have been great, but I just realized it's late, and I got to get some rest, and I got to do some video editing. So we're going to cut it off for now. Thanks for watching, sharing, liking, hitting the bell for future notifications if you guys want to do that. We got to go. And so thank you to everybody who was so generous to us tonight. Here's what we got. Whose do we got? Oh, no, it only shows one person. Let me see if I can refresh this page right now. It might show everybody. And we're going to refresh the page, and hopefully it shows everybody right now. We're trying to see the viewer activity. And Son of a gun. It's only showing Judith Cruz. I was trying to name everybody who was super nice to me, but I can't get all of them because YouTube updated something. But thank you guys to everybody who's super chatted. Everybody have a great night. Have a great week. We're going to see you back here on Friday. Friday, we're not going to be in the studio. We're going to be in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Come out and say hello to us. I want to interview more people on the stream. I think that might be a good thing. I think people might like that. You know what? Also, come and see us on Saturday. We'll be on the Strip from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. Now we're going to say 3, 2, 1, click. I appreciate you guys. My day starts at 6 in the morning and my day ends at 1 in the morning. So it's really bad. Sometimes I don't sleep and in my health. So I got to get going. All right. 3, 2, 1, click. You guys are great. Celine Dion has the best announcement in the world. Oh, I love my French Canadian accent. I'm sorry, guys, if you are from Quebecois. Do not be offended by me. That is kind of how they talk. All right, 3, 2, 1, click. I love Celine Dion. She's a Canadian treasure. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they're just being a hater. They hate us because they ain't us. And we got to go. Be good to somebody today. 3, 2, 1, click. Bye, guys.